I'm Brian Enderle. I'm a professor of chemistry at UC Davis, and I teach a class of general chemistry, first quarter class, about 450 students or so. And what I decided this year is to punk my students and trick them on Halloween. So, and to do this was a huge production. It took a lot of time. It took about 50 students and alumni, not in my class, but that I know from a group that I'm faculty advisor for, InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, and they're out for crazy stuff like this, so it was a good mixture of stuff. So here's what happened. On the first day of class, about a month ago, I told my students in general chemistry that there was going to be a Halloween show, and a number of them have probably heard about this because I've been doing these kind of shows for years, probably for about 10 years now. And I told them if they dress up, they get extra credit, which is what I usually do. What they didn't know is I had a lot more going on. So a week before the show, which was for us October 30th, on this past Tuesday, because that's when it was the closest day to Halloween, I just want to put some subliminal messages in their head a week before, and so I just started coughing lightly and pretending that I had a cough, just a little bit. Very under the radar. And so the next Thursday, which was the class before our Halloween class, so on that class right before, I pretended to be sick, but I got a sub, and the sub knew everything that was going on, totally in on this, and his name's Tim. He did a great job, somebody I thought would do really well and be up for this kind of shenanigans. He subbed for me, and I pretended to be sick, and I even, I was around campus, but I was in disguise, so no students would recognize me. I wanted my students to start to think that Halloween was canceled. And I even went by the local hospital and checked in on Facebook, just to throw people off as best I could. So then, along comes Tuesday, and this was Halloween, this just happened. I actually was in class, so I had the sub come back, and so a bunch of students I could tell from up front because I was in the class. I was in a ghost costume. You'll see it on the next video. I had a hat with a sheet over me, a black hat and black sunglasses, and a sheet over me. And so I could actually see some students were getting kind of riled up. You might be able to see it on the video a little bit, but they were upset because they weren't going to get their extra credit because I didn't show up. They thought the show was off, whatever. It was fantastic. Exactly what I was going for. So the sub taught for about 15 minutes, and then the sub made an intentional mark on the page to indicate to my plants, my InterVarsity peoples, that the show was about to begin. So for all the plants and the people who knew what was going on, there was about 3 people at that point who started confrontation, which you'll see on the video. And they start arguing with the sub and all this stuff, and they want me back. And so one of my people, Steve, you'll see walks up to the front. He gets my phone number. He decides to FaceTime call me on the phone, and I answer on this video that I've made. That is, you'll see. I'll post the video and also the version that they saw in class, so you can see their reactions to things. But basically, it's my shenanigans beginning to campus, and we parodied slightly the Call Me Maybe video, since they were calling me on the phone and it was a recent video. And so on that video, you'll see, you should watch the video, the Call Me Maybe actual video if you haven't seen it before, because we parody especially the lawnmower scene and the mechanics scene with the car. So anyways, that video ends, you'll see, with me getting to campus and putting the sheet over my head, which is exactly what I was wearing the day of. And so, about that time, my students start to figure out what's going on, because some of them have seen a guy with a ghost costume walk in. And you'll see the lights come up and me start to slowly stand. At that point, my students are running up to the front. My InterVarsity students are running to the front for a flash mob of Gangnam Style. So if you haven't seen Gangnam Style on YouTube, I don't know where the heck you've been. But take a look at that. We parody a number of the moves in that video. And I'm Psy, essentially, once I take off my ghost costume, who's the main character in that music video. So anyways, I had a student who's a choreographer named Avi choreograph a bunch of stuff in the video, and so you'll see us do that sort of thing and copy a bunch of stuff. So I was really glad to trick a bunch of my students, have them lose be in utter desperation, despondent, hopeless, whatever, because they weren't going to get their extra credit, and especially the show wasn't going to happen. So anyways, that's what I did to my class this year. If you take a look at this playlist and go in order, you'll see exactly what happened in class. Hope you enjoy it.